You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, we literally just met them like a minute ago, and I feel bad for Toby.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
So, how's she doing?
Oh, she is her joyful self again. The sound of a child's voice is the sweetest of music. We will do our best to show our love and never, never let her be afraid of the dark again.
So, how are you doing?
I have always found it difficult to express emotion. Mordavian men are not supposed to show such things. Yet I cried freely when you brought Tanya back to us. I cannot remember ever being so happy.
And vampires, bleh.
I do not know what to make of Tanya's stories about vampires. It is hard to imagine my lovely daughter as an undead. Gladly, though, I would go to the castle and drive a stake through the heart of the one who stole our daughter from us.
Well, let's have some garlic breakfast.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish.
I don't know how we can ever thank you enough. It's such a joy to have my little Tanya home again.
Let's tell her about Toby's sacrifice.
You tell again how Toby sacrificed himself for Tanya.
He may have looked like a monster, but he obviously had a heart and mind of great kindness.
And she was a vampire, bleh.
Remind the innkeeper that the vampires are still in the castle, and there may be other attempts at getting Tanya.
We understand, and we will make certain no vampire can come near her again.
So, Bella, how are you doing?
My Tanya is her cheerful, loving self again. I could never thank you enough for the kindness you have shown us all. I knew Tanya was alive somewhere. I never lost hope that she would return.
Bella, you heard his story. Tanya was dead, an undead, a Nosferatu.
She is fine right now, isn't she? As long as she's alive and well, what does it matter? I don't understand with all this talk about vampires and Tanya. She has returned healthy and happy, and this is what's important. Of course, I will never forgive the woman who stole my baby from me. Still, I think I can understand her a little bit. I, too, have always wanted a child such as Tanya. I am only overjoyed to have my Tanya back.
And Tanya, how are you doing? Oh, look, we can ask about that Adabes guy.
I didn't like him. He didn't like me. He didn't like Katrina either. They were always having fights, but he had to do what she told him to do, and that made him very mad.
So, you guys remember Quest for Glory 2? The main villain was Adabes. He's back. This is why they couldn't find his body, which was established in Part 3, where they said, yeah, we looked and didn't find where he landed.
I like Trina. She was kind to me and gave me lots of nice things. She even taught me to read and write. but I'll never go back to her. I want to stay with my mommy and daddy.
Hey, let's rip open this old wound. What do you think of Toby?
Toby was my best friend in all the world. And I miss him. I wish he could come and live with us here. I'm happy to be home again. Everyone in town has come to see me and talk to me, and it's fun to be important. I like it.
Hello, Workday Pegasus. Yes, Atavis is back, and that is something to be worried about. He's back with a vengeance. Alright, bye.
I hear a chorus of responses, some coming from the kitchen. Goodbye, and thank you.
Wait, who's in the kitchen? Who is in...
You're in the Hotel Mordavia. It's your basic, run-of-the-mill inn. But they forgot the mill and nobody's running too far.
You have brought real joy to Mordavia by bringing Tanya back. When she was stolen, it was as if all the laughter here had been taken as well. You gave us back our happiness. The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
Thanks, Burgermeister. But there is no mill, only...
Good to see you.
Let's see. Nothing new here.
The talk is that you're a real hero. People say you returned little Tanya to her parents. My.
Good question. There are only 3 villagers whose occupations are unknown. Well, we know one of them was an elephant herder. Can we ask you about anything? Nope. We still good on sandwiches? We are still good on sandwiches.
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels...
Oh, that's right. He might be doing kitchen work. Hey, Igor, did you hear we brought back Tanya? Do you care? Nope, you don't. Tyson, this is kind of like a treadmill, sort of. It's closer to like a stair-stepper.
You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle.
Okay, we can never use this thing again. Well, that sucks. More like a dread mill. Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to file that one away for use sometime later. I don't know when it'll come up or even if, but it'll be there and I'll have it ready.
It is good to see you again, my young...
Looks like we're still saying the same things here.
Say,
Welcome back.
So just give me my potions.
You really should take the... Here.
And we out.
Should you ever visit Silmari?
Forward the royalties to your P.O. box. It's in the mail. Oh no, it's Oddball Dr. Pervert. Oh, notice the staff's
with
gone.
Ivana's staff gone, the boulder is now just another large rock formation. Although flowers still grow on it. For now.
And the staff is gone because we have it now. Just like in the previous game, we are able to summon our staff. You have the summon staff spell. Whoop. And now we have a magic staff. And I believe...
This is not a...
No, it's a perfect place to practice magic. I mean, you're afraid I'm going to set that corn and the pumpkins on fire and the scarecrow, and I totally would. So, cast that. Check our mana again. 367. Lightning bolt. Someone asked for unlimited MP because we got it. As long as we have that staff out. 368 now. But as soon as we take a step, poof, staff's gone. Just like the last game. It's a bit disappointing in that regard. It's free real estate. This is my boomstick!
Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit.
I think there's literally a spell named Boom. I think you might be right. Isn't that basically Skull Trap? Always say only the best people collect sticks. You never know when a stick is going to come in handy. Sure, others may laugh until the day comes when they need a stick. Zap and protect, and let's go. There. Need them in sticky situations? Hey.
Your protection spell has...
Howling! Yeah, it's not necessary to do every time we show up.
In my dreams last night, I heard Irana's staff speak. It said the sacrifice had been made, the dead had risen, and the living had died. When I awoke, I feared it was you who made the sacrifice. I sent Davy to discover the truth. He climbed over the wall and started sniffing around where the staff had been. He became scared when he caught your scent there, but then he scented you going with the child to the inn. It is not our way to be concerned about outsiders. You have certainly become more than an outsider to us.
So, did you not notice the gigantic dead monster that was at the rock?
You tell about Tanya, Toby, and the staff.
So the child has been restored to life through the sacrifice of Toby, and the staff of Irana is in your possession. Oh, with this, you have undoubtedly angered someone very powerful.
It'll be fine.
I would be very careful traveling at night if I were you.
Well, let's go ahead and save. And Tyson, thank you for the lurk. Hope you make it back in time to catch the end, because we're probably going to be heading to it pretty soonish.
Forgive me, but I cannot get a reading from the cards right now. Each comes up as a void card, the black one. I will let you know when the time is right to read again.
So, not only is it coming up as the void card, it's coming up as the black void card, which I guess explains why she keeps pulling the void so much. She's got multiple of them in her deck. Honestly, whose fault is that?
You say goodbye.
May your luck hold true. Be wary, for your enemies may soon act against you.
What happens if we show the lady in the water our new stick? I mean, probably nothing, but let's find out. We've got a lot of time to kill until night. So we need to go and do the Fairy Queen thing. And then we're going to meet with Katrina at the castle. I'm sure that's going to go well for us. When I walk all the way there, just send her a stick pic. Nobody likes unsolicited stick pics. Okay, that's probably the elderberry down south. Let's make sure. Yep. Well, at least I'm starting to recognize some of the screens, which that's kind of a weird thing to think, that I can just recognize where I am based on the look of the screen. When most of the time the screens are just, combination of grass, trees, and rocks.
You can't.
When in combat with a killer bunny, stick to the basics. Too bad you can't actually use your staff in combat.
Your protection.
Hello again. What brings you to my lake today?
Behold, I've got wood.
So, how's the... You certainly have had a time of it here in Mordavia. Still, you can handle it. I'm sure of it.
She's so supportive. I like her. I'm sad that we can't actually help her.
You sense no magic in this area.
Oh, okay. Everything is completely normal. You want to see some neat stuff?
You find that you are unable to cast that spell while holding Irana's staff.
I guess that makes sense. You need both hands for juggling lights. How about this? It's a fine place to use this spell. I want to show how we can also float down here. Everybody floats. Except if we get into the water, she will make sure that we sink. Well, there isn't a whole lot else to do, so I guess we'll head to Irana's Peace and then just crash until evening. Or night. Oop, that wasn't it. Need to get some distance. Staff. Blind. And lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Just keep it coming. He has a tiny amount of health left. Dang it. Ah. Gonna parry your fireball, if I can. It's not letting me parry. Ha! Jump! No, get closer, damn it. There, perfect, flawless. You guys are just sticking to the same set of puns, huh? Is this the cemetery? Yeah, it is. Alright, time, noon. You know, we could just do a little bit of magic practice. How's our lightning bolt doing? 296. It's almost to 300, which was the maximum for the previous game. Careful, bird, I'm slinging lightning bolts. Okay, intelligence, magic, going up. And we're just gonna crash for an hour. Crash for an hour.
After some...
Time, sun's going down. Crash for an hour.
After some...
Crash for an hour.
After some rest, you feel better.
Only, are you actually going to bed? Can you hit the bird with lightning? Don't know. Didn't even want to try.
After some...
Okay, sun is going down.
After some...
It is now nighttime. So, we can finally take the staff back to the fairies. Lol.
You are a very foolish creature. You must never use that spell on a true magical staff. You could easily have been destroyed that way. Fortunately, this one is just a spell. You have been tempted by a mere illusion, but there is a truth. Before the staff may be claimed, there must be a sacrifice made. Once you have completed the sacrifice, you will need to perform the ritual of release. I will teach you this ritual.
You are suddenly filled
We
with...
got that already, thanks. Thanks, we did that. We have the staff. Boop. See? I got mine, I don't need yours.
You are definitely feeling some...
Alright.
No one seems...
Talk
It
to the
does-
Okay.
You reach for the glowing staff.
You have been tempted by a mere illusion, but there is a true staff. Before the staff may be claimed, there must be a... Once you have completed the sacrifice, you will need to perform the... I will teach you this ritual.
You are suddenly filled with the knowledge...
We have it. It's right here.
You have a very bad feeling. The air is full of hostile vibrations.
The human has returned with the staff. We shall finally gain what we have sought for so long. Staff of Arana, hear my command. I, Tatiana, queen of the fairy folk, summon thee and claim thee for my own. Staff, hear my command. Thou shalt hear and obey my words. I am thy master now.
You feel an incredible rush of magical energy filling you. It tickles. You hear a voice in your head.
I am now the staff of the hero. I guess they forgot to voice this one. They couldn't have John Rhys Davies do it?
He is the hand of destiny, and shall restore the spirit of Erana.
So, the human has claimed the staff of Arana? Then by his death, the staff shall be mine. Gods, destroy that human creature!
Reversal.
Cast the reversal spell.
The human has a spell which reverses spells. Use your area attacks!
Staff. Oh, what's this? Resistance.
You cast the resistance to elemental forces spell.
And also, they've done a lot of damage in a very short period of time.
That feels good. Just what you needed.
Lightning bolt. Ow. Okay, so direct fire's not going to work. We have one spell, though, that is not direct fire. You know, some sound effects would go a long way for this.
The inhuman features of her face are strangely beautiful, but her expression is haughty and arrogant. She reminds you a little of a spoiled, pouting child. You see a tall, pale, haughty-looking person. He reminds you of Zara back in Spielberg. Zara had called herself one of the fairy folk. Your resistance spell is expired.
Uh-oh.
You cast the Resistance to Elemental Forces spell. You see a tall, pale,
Oh, and she's gone.
Hand of Destiny, you are now triumphant. She who would use me for her own glory is defeated. You shall now have the spell of resistance.
You now have a paper which says, Ritual of the Dark One, Heart of Darkness. You put it away.
And that's the 5th ritual. There's only one left. Man, it's a good thing we've been visiting Dr. Cranium every single day to get healing potions. Go ahead and just pop that real quick.
Your reversal, your resistance.
WTF was that sprite? It looked like a burrito. I think it was supposed to be like something wrapped in magic. You know, like the fetch spell. But, yeah, it was a weird sprite. At first I thought it was like an eye. I like the thought of it being a burrito, though. So we have this letter. We got a letter from Katrina, which I guess I don't have in my inventory anymore. And she wanted us to meet her at night at the castle gates. So let's go ahead and do that. Delicious forbidden magic burrito. It is forbidden. It's the heart of darkness. Now available at participating Taco Bells.